Hello everyone, this is Coloring Chemist. My name is Connie and welcome back to my channel. So I have in front of me here, I know it's very shadowy. I actually don't have my filming lights on just because I wanted to be able to show you this beautiful cover without the glare. So hopefully the shadows aren't too distracting and hopefully they don't get in the way of us being able to see the images. I don't think they will. This is a flip through video and it is a special flip through video. This is a brand new book. It came out August 31st, 2024 or September 1st. One of those days. And it is by the lovely Karen E. Meyers. And I have a number of other books by Karen. And before we look at this one, I'm just going to show you. So you'll notice that the title of that one was The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra. I think I'm just looking here. I have the other two Klynnadra books. So she does coloring books and she does them in series. So she's got the Mystical Lands of Klynnadra. So this is book 1 and book 2. And I think I have... could be wrong. Yeah. So this is a page I've colored in book 1. This is Marble Hill Manor. And then I also colored that one, Haunted Ruins Hermitage. They're printed on Amazon paper, which, I mean, you know, lots of wonderful books are. It just means that you sort of have to, oh, that's one I marked for doing another day. It just means you have to sort of approach the, I don't think I did any, approach the paper differently. But yeah, so this was books 1 and 2, and then she's now come out with book 3. She also has, in addition to her Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, Karen, she does have Mystical Lands of Uchana. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that too. I don't know. Just looking here. I don't think I have any of the Uchana ones. I have all 3 of the Mystical Lands of Kelswitch. So here we've got book 1, 2, which is another kind of autumn sort of feeling book. This is as well, and then book 3. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I've done any in there. Don't think I did any in book 2. I started a page in here, and so it's a whip. And so I started the background here. So I'm trying to copy that. Although mine turned out a lot more orangey yellow and less pinky. I think I might fix that a bit. That's just soft pastels. But yeah, so I do have all 3 of the Kelswitch books. And then I do have all 3 of the Klynnadra books. And I have all 3 of the Christmas books. So Mystical Lands Christmas, there's book 1. And there's book 2. And there's book 3. And I don't think... I know all of these amazing, lovely books to color, and I haven't colored in them. I don't think I've colored in these ones. I think I marked one off in here too. Did I start? No, I did not. So, I have a lot of coloring I need to do, don't I? And then she's got the Mystical Lands Chronicles, books 1 and 2. And she actually has a new novella, that's what I was trying to say. Decided to apparently just combine those words. Called A Quest of Shards and Secrets, and it's inspired by her Mystical Lands coloring book. So that's pretty cool. Karen was so kind. She sent this to me, and I absolutely offered to review it and take a look at it on my channel. If you've seen my plans video for sort of fall, autumn, Halloween 2024, you'll have already seen this because I had just picked up my mail and received it, and I was recording a plans video, and I hadn't done a sort of standalone flip through video yet, but I totally wanted to include it in my plans video, so that's why you'll see there's a page chosen there already. But I wanted to do a separate video as well because it's just, I love her style. It's so, it's fairies and, you know, whimsy and I like it. She's got so many of these kind of autumn feeling books. And, you know, just looking back at, sorry, just turned away from the camera here. Looking back at those pages that I had colored in this first one just makes me think I need to pull out these books more. Did I do any alcohol? No, I didn't do any alcohol marker. There's a little bit of Pitt Pen on here. Pitt Pen does okay on Amazon paper, but I mean, it's not really going to blend. So this is a lot of pencil work. Pretty sure it's Prismacolor, maybe some Holbeins. The background, I think, is... What's the background for that one? It almost looks shiny. You know what I think that is? I think that is pan pastel, the black, what do they call it, pearlescent one? I think that's what that is. Because if I tilt it, I mean, there's shine on there from the pencils, but yeah, there's like a shimmer to the background. There's a little bit of kind of iridescent ink, I think, on the moon. And then this one, again, it's pencil, some pencil work, some Pitt Pen work. The bricks here are Distress ink. Yeah, so they sort of came, I mean, it's Amazon paper, right? This was a tutorial that Lucy at Lucy Just Adds Color had done. She had been doing sort of brick stonework in a, I think it was a R.J. Hampson book. And so I took her, so thank you very much, Lucy. That is, I think, an amazing way to do brick and stonework. You get this modeled kind of old looking brick stonework, so it's great. So that's how I did that. And then the rest was just a lot of, I think, pencil. This was before my hand really started to bother me, so I was more willing to do pencil work. Now I've got that trigger finger thing, and pencil work just aggravates it. But I could also do a lot of alcohol marker basing in these books, because of course they're all, you know, single-sided. But yeah, just looking at this, I need to work in these books more. So, this is, like I say, the newest one. So, Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic. Just says, return to the mystical lands of Klynnadra, where autumn's enchantments come alive in a unique coloring experience. And then, I mean, you can read the back there. It probably shows this on Amazon as well. Connie Meyers is a self-taught artist and author. And it's hand-drawn, which, I mean, in this day and age of AI, which, it's not that I have anything against... I don't like AI images. It's just not a style I prefer. But what really bothers me is the fact that the companies who developed the AI took other artists' images from the net to train the AI without those artist images, or without those artists' permission, didn't compensate them in any way. That really bothers me. So I really would like to support, you know, our wonderful coloring book artists out there that draw these things by hand. So there's our nameplate page. She always starts the books with maps. So this is a map of Klynnadra, and it's the same map that would be in these books, right? This is Klynnadra, and then there's a different map for Kelswitch. Does Kelswitch have a map? Maybe Kelswitch does now. Oh, yeah, there's a Kelswitch map. So it's the thought that's gone into sort of creating these worlds, I think, is incredible. That's I need to color the map. We've then got just, you know, the copyright information, hand-drawn pen and ink illustrations by Connie Meyers. Hello, Mysticals. Welcome to the third book of the Mystical Lands of Klynnadra series entitled Autumn's Magic. As the leaves change and the air turns crisp, a mystical energy fills the realm. The veil between our world and the enchanted one is at its thinnest during this time. Let the vibrant colors of autumn inspire your imagination as you embark on a coloring journey through this enchanted secret world. May this coloring book fill your heart with joy and bring you into the wondrous world of autumn's magic. Happy coloring. Awesome. There's your color test page. So you can, it says experiment with color palettes here. I mean, you can also just use this as a test page to see, you know, what goes through and what doesn't. It's Amazon paper, so a lot's going to go through. And then we start. Her books always have 2 copies of the images, and she titles each one of her images, which I think is cool. And they go in alphabetical order, which my science, math, very logical, organized brain really appreciates. I mean, there's a reason she would have to put them in alphabetical order, but it makes my brain happy. So we start with Ancient Oaks Academy here. And I go to... Yeah, there's Ancient Oaks Academy again. All of her pages are always bordered with this, or do you call it Celtic knot? Is that what that's called? Sort of this Celtic knot pattern, which I really appreciate because it goes into the spine as well. And that means I'm not having to fight to color the image into the spine. I can just, you know, it's bordered. So I like that. Sometimes you'll notice, like in the other book where I colored, I basically colored over that, right? I just colored over it with whatever color I was using in that section, so it kind of disappeared a bit there. This one I colored, I actually took, I don't know if you can see that, I took probably like a green pit pen and just colored the line, like the white Celtic knot lines all the way around. I don't know why I was that crazy, but I did. So it's a dark olive green that I did, and then left the gray. I don't know. Sometimes I get those ideas. But yeah, so this is Ancient Oaks Academy. She puts lots of little faces on things. Some people like that, some people don't. Here's Autumn Ridge Acres. Again, I'm trying not to shadow this too much. It's a very unhappy looking snail. Blazing Barrens Fireside. Most of hers are sort of outdoor scenes, not all. This one really gives you kind of a more of an opportunity, I think, to do something cool with the background. You know, I might bring in a stencil, one of those tree stencils I have, those big ones, and just do like a really faint, almost like there's a forest in the distance. That would be cool. Notice some of them, some of the illustrations here. I don't remember that in previous books. Maybe. It's hard to see. This one's printed in Canada. The one she sent me was actually printed in the States. You can see how much blacker the printing ink is. I don't know if you can see or not. I mean, this is here. Let's go to see that one. The printing ink is just much blacker in Canada. Particularly these ones that are printed in Bolton. I've gotten some Amazon print books that come from Alberta, and they're not as good. The paper seems thicker in these Bolton, Ontario ones too. But I don't remember in the past her having line work that's this... it's not that the individual lines are that much darker. There's just a lot of line work in a small area here, which is, it's just a different style. I just don't remember it. So this is called Bumble's Abode. Bumblebee. Like there's a little acorn house for the dog spot. That's funny. Camp Equinox. Just lots of little fairy houses, crystals. I mean, here you've got a little half log. It's a little cabin, right? It's got a little chimney. I like it. Faye's Friends and Flowers. It's a little fairy. Friendly Forest Sprite. Chubby little cheeks. Fuzzcap Fungi Friends. It's a very angry looking mushroom. Gnomely Villas. Gnomely. It's nice. It's kind of framed like a wreath almost. Oak branches. Heidi's Hideaway. Must be Heidi the Mouse. Ivy Petal Spice. Jingle Bar's Journey. Elf, maybe. Excuse me. Moonstone Manor. Some of these are less... I mean, this wouldn't necessarily have to be autumn, fall, right? So some of the images are less autumny. Again, I keep using that... I was using that word in the other video. Less autumn-like, autumn-ish. I don't know. Don't know why I made up a word when there's other words, actual words that would suffice. Suffice. I don't know why. I did a lot of grading today. I'm doing this later in the evening. I think I'm tired. Mystic Lantern Light. This one again has that kind of very dense line work. Maybe that's the word I was looking for. Oliver the Wise. Pumpkin Spice Factory. Ravenfrost Hideaway. This is the one that I chose. I think if like I say, I chose so many pages out of so many books in my fall plans video. I will never in a zillion years get to all of them. I may not do any of them. I might choose to be contrary and choose something completely different. But this was the one that I thought out of this book that I'd like to start with. Rimbit and Rumbit. Are they dwarves, elves? Not sure. Shadowwood Chateau. I do notice on this one, and I think I pointed it out in the other video, that dense line work, she's kind of using it to indicate shadow here, I think, to help you a bit. You know, if you look at this half of the mushroom sort of top, or I guess not really a mushroom, sort of the roof of the house here, versus this half, the line work is denser here. So I'm assuming that the light source is coming this way. Same thing with the little roof on that little part. Same thing even with the log itself. The line work is denser over here than it is on this side. So I'm just assuming, you know, she's giving us some help with where to put shadows and highlights. So this is Shadowwood Chateau. Again, Shadowwood, I guess that would make sense. Sir Pumpkin's Place. Soland Stumphouse. She's very creative with her names. I would never think of all those things. I would never be able to draw like this. Creative people fascinate me. Sunnyvale Acorn. Tipsy Pumpkin Pub. because she puts in so much extra line work, right? There's not just the outline of the image and that's it, right? There's all this extra line work. I don't know that these images would work well for a style where you're going to cover all the line work with acrylic pens. I mean, you could certainly try. I don't tend to do that. Or if I do it very selectively on a page. I only do it, say I would do it for the smoke, because smoke would be kind of, ethereal, wouldn't have an edge to it. But for sort of solid items on a page, I tend to just leave the line work there. So it's a different look. But yeah, if you were wanting to cover up, all of the line work, I mean, you could, but it would certainly, I don't know, there probably wouldn't even be a point on a page like that. But yeah. Wellspring Cottage. Whisper Wood Path. Something about skeletal trees against a full moon that I just love. I love that imagery. Sorry, shadowing. And then we're back with the first image again, so Ancient Oaks Academy. The images go right to the end, so there's no extra stuff. And then she's just got a little note here. Hello, Mysticals. Would you please do me the kind favor of leaving an honest review? Reviews help self-published artists and authors so much. I would be most grateful. Karen E. Meyers. And that's the book. I can give you the ISBN, but it's probably pretty easy to find. Sorry, that's probably in total shadow. Oops. Can you see it there? If you can't, just let me know if you need a link and I can give it to you in the comments. I'll try and put a link into purchase it on Amazon in the description box for the video. You can also, she also has an Etsy shop where you can purchase her books in PDF form, so then you can print them on whatever paper you like. So that's another option as well. But thank you again, Karen, for sending me this book. It is a wonderful book, and I'm really hoping to be able to color in it this fall. If you like what you're seeing on my channel, please consider liking the video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, leaving me a comment, or letting a friend know that you found a channel that you like and they might like it too. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is well. I hope everybody's enjoying their coloring. Until next time, folks, take care. Bye-bye.